Hi, just thought I'd take a few today and talk about something that was a learning cycle for me, which is the main topic here is the comfort zone. Now, if you listen here, you'll probably hear through here something that may be of use for you. Be sure definitely to catch the whole thing because you never know just what might make the difference for you. But the big thing I wanted to mention here is, I've always been, me. And I've been growing through the years. One of the ways that I've done that was several years back. I was a very shy type of person and didn't really know what to do, how to approach people. And like most of the women I'd ever been involved with have been people that either I had approached being very shy, or once the internet came along, were more of people I'd met through dating sites and such. But the one thing about that is it really just didn't quite work for me, and I'd been through a number of relationships that didn't work. And one of the things I think that made a huge difference in who I was and how I changed things was when I was working as system admin at a clinic. A friend of mine, he and I decided we were going to go take this dancing lesson. Just, coworkers go on to go hang out and learn how to dance. Well, what ended up happening is I agreed to go, and so I went, and he ended up not. And my showing up there did a huge difference to start my life changing. Now, this was all a lesson in ballroom dancing, something I'd never done. I mean, having grown up in Wisconsin, most of the dancing I knew how to do with things like the polka, which are quite a lot different than something like, say, tango or like this. So I went to this lesson, and it was, like a $5 lesson, whatever, just something he throws together every week there. And this was Central Oregon, so there was a lot of different places you could go to dance and things like this where I was at. So I went there, did the lesson, and was shy at first, and then decided I kind of liked it. I mean, I got a chance to put put my arms around a woman here and just take direction. And one of the nice things about dancing from a man's point of view is to really dance, you have to kind of take the lead. Um, it's an important thing whenever you're dancing because only one person can lead. And this is something I kind of learned from on a life basis here. This was like several years back. I don't even remember what year I started that. But I learned different dances. I started going there every week doing different dances, whether it was tango or West Coast swing, East Coast swing, salsa, all different kinds of dance. And the more I did it, the more confident I became. And it got to a point where my relationships started to improve because of it, because I could actually deal with somebody on a basis of being able to walk up to them and start conversing regularly because I'd kind of broken that shell. And, I think that's a huge thing for a lot of people is we all have at one point or another limitations, things that are holding us back. And I think a big part of where you go in life has to do with doing something to step outside of that boundary. Now with me, with dancing, that was a huge thing, and later I got into West Coast swing and also into salsa with a different instructor, and she was actually an amazing instructor. But the point was that whenever I started breaking out of this, I was single at the time, and I started going through at one point up to 4 nights a week. I was going out dancing because I didn't have anything else more pressing. So that was a huge thing for me. And later on, um, having gone through my surgery and such, I ended up not dancing as much because of circumstances that for a while I couldn't drive. Actually, I can't drive now, having had brain surgery here. But the big thing that has stuck with me from these lessons is, yes, I do know how to dance, but also um, I feel a lot more confident whenever it comes to that part of my life. And I think a lot of people are in the situation where you just are frustrated with whatever in life. It may be the people in your life who you're dating, or it may be something else. Another issue that a lot of people are having, especially with the price of gas right now, is money. So I think a lot of where we're at has to do with what do we do to step out of our comfort zone. And I think a big part, if you're going to make a difference in your life, what you really need to do is find some way to just step in a new direction. Some way that you're going to be doing something, because quite honestly, if you're surrounded by things right now that are not things you like, you don't like what you have, you don't like the car you drive, you don't like the people around you. The one thing you have to realize is if you want things in your life to change, you're going to have to change things in your life. Nobody but you is going to be able to make the difference in what's happening for you. And whether that's income, or whether that's who you're seeing, or even if you're just surrounded by people who all annoy you. I think a lot of it, and definitely the people around, does make a big difference. I would say if you're around people who are very negative, that you should maybe find some other people to be around who are more positive. I've actually found that my blogging has helped me a lot in that respect, because I'm around people who are dedicated to the success of the other people around them. This is one of those very few items I've seen where it's not all about, I'm going to sell everything, I'm going to be the absolute master of this, and nobody else is going to make any money because I'm taking it all. And whenever you're in retail, things like that, I've done that before, and I know that is one of the things that comes up, is a very strong competitive spirit, and you want to get the big sale, you want to go get everything. And, for people, it just doesn't really add up. Now, when you look at it from the point of somebody who's wanting to improve things, I mean, I know people who are around that are pulling in 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, even 140,000 for a couple of people per month. And these people are doing exactly what I'm doing here. And I'm no different. They're no different than you are, as a person who maybe at one point was a little bit in the shell, and they just chose to step out of it. And just like I am, and just like I know you have it within you. I mean, I would love to see other people around me succeeding. And, I'm willing to do what I can to give the direction to anybody that wants to be on with me as a a part of a team, and I feel it is very much of a team thing. So when you consider the fact that for $25 you can do the blogging like what I'm doing, then all of a sudden it's not that much. I mean, really, if you are out there and say you're going out to dinner once a week with family, or you're going to a movie anymore with the prices here, or even half a tank of gas if you're just driving around randomly, is more than the $25 I'm talking about here to get going. So if you want to change your life, if you want to see things improve in your life, then only you can take action now to make this happen. I mean, for $25, what do you have to lose, really? It's not a big deal. And quite honestly, the people I've seen around me have been pulling in a lot more than that on a regular basis. And I'm willing to do what I can to help. What's nice is being able to step away from that 9-to-5 job and do something in your spare time. I mean, I've seen a 12-year-old kid that's been able to do this in 2 hours a day in between classes, in between his homework and things like this, keeping his grades up. And he's also managed to pull in $12,000 in 4 months. So if a 12-year-old can do it, you can do it too. So take a few minutes. There's 2 links below. If you're seeing this on YouTube, go to my blog at www.whoistavius.com, and you can read the actual blog there, find the links, and just get going. If you go to whoistavius.com, you can click the banner on the side. It'll also tell you what to do. But all you need to do is put your email address in, watch the video, it'll tell you what you're doing. Spend $25 to change your life. I mean, really, $25 can buy you a night at the movies, which, is good for the night. Or you can take a little bit more of an interest in your life and instead put that $25 toward this to empower you and grow your own life without having to worry about punching a time clock or going through and having to make phone calls to random people or call everybody you know. This is all stuff you don't have to do here. I mean, honestly, the extent of what you're doing is basically what I'm doing right now. So, take a few. Really, $25, what's it gonna? What's the harm in it? I've spent more than that for a lot of different things that have never been worth it. So, take a few minutes, click the link below, watch the video after you put in your email address. Or if you want the other link, just go there and sign up. If you don't want to worry about the link to watch the video, just go in and you can get started now. Change your life today. Nobody but you can make a difference. So take the time and make it happen. Meanwhile, have a great day. Thanks.